fibrosis? Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disorder that affects the exocrine glands of the respiratory system. Specifically, cystic fibrosis causes abnormally thick mucus, blockage of the pancreatic ducts, intestines, and bronchi, which could lead to respiratory infection. How is it inherited? Two copies of the defective gene are inherited by one copy from each parent. Each parent should have at least one copy. There are also carriers. Carriers have only one copy, and carriers who do have one copy do not have the disease. The disease is caused by a defect in a single gene, which scientists refer to as the CFTR. The CFTR protein helps with the movement of chloride ions which transfer in and out of the cells. Chloride ions are crucial for soil and water balance of the epithelial surfaces. Changes in the CFTR could cause negative effects to the structure. In the human body, epithelial cells cannot regulate typically because of the way chloride goes through the cell membrane. This disturbs the balance of salt and water that is important to keep up a normal thin covering of mucus. Due to the blockage of the pancreas, enzymes are prevented from entering the small intestine, which is all caused by the mucus becoming thick. The mucus clogs the airways in the lungs and traps microorganisms and bacteria, which leads to the disease, lung damage, and over time, respiratory failure. Salt is also discharged through sweat from CF, creating lack of hydration and mineral loss in the body. There are different types of symptoms which vary from person to person. Some of the symptoms are salty taste in sweat, shortness of breath or wheezing, infertility in men, chest infection, pneumonia, bowel destruction, weight gain, or weight loss. There are ways you can detect cystic fibrosis early on. Sweat tests are conducted by doctors to see if excessive amounts of salt is released through the sweat. When the baby is born, a sample of the baby's blood is taken typically from the foot. Scientists will also check to find out if there are any broken CFTR genes and signs of a well-working pancreas. There is no cure for this disease. However, there are treatments. For example, an inflatable vest is used to help loosen and thin mucus that vibrates at a high frequency in the chest. Inhaled medicines open airways and thin mucus that consist of antibiotics. Pancreatic enzyme supplement capsules can also be taken. Dr. Dorothy Anderson fully discovered the disease of the pancreas as cystic fibrosis, which she found through the autopsy of children who died of malnutrition. The life expectancy of a person diagnosed with cystic fibrosis is 35 years. More than 4,100 Canadians have cystic fibrosis and are in specialized CF clinics. Gene therapy is being tested to be used as a possible cure for cystic fibrosis. Gene therapy is the transplantation of normal genes which replace defective genes. Cystic Fibrosis Canada is a health charity which funds money for research and cures.